winery wines on the feature, and oh my God, what! Yeah, Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members. Hey, it's the peak of the summer here in the Okanagan. 36 degrees and it's scorching hot, okay? And I just tasted all of the 13th Street Winery wines on the feature. And oh my God, what a perfect freaking pack to fight the heat, because there's some two rosés, one Rieslings, and a Chardonnay, a traditional method, and four reds. I mean, we're talking about what, 9 wines and an incredible value. Listen to me. We've done a lot of value offers since the very beginning of the club. Man, there's names who come back to mind, and like Bellaterra and obviously Burnship Bay, which are usually some of the benchmark for value wines in Canada. I think here what we're reaching with 13th Street, it's where value, incredible value, meet outstanding quality across the board on the portfolio. I really believe that what makes this winery so unique, okay? We're gonna recap all of the wines, but I wanted to chat a little bit about the philosophy of the winery and the different tiers that they have, from the Expression series to their regular series and going to their reserve, and obviously, especially the sparkling wines, because first and foremost, they are a sparkling house. Jean-Pierre Collat, the winemaker, is an absolute beast when it comes to production of sparkling wines. He is specialized in traditional method. So what I mean by traditional method, I mean creating the second carbonation inside the bottle by addition of a little bit of yeast and addition of sugar. So that's how they make champagne. That's the champagne method that they've been using for thousands of years in France. Jean-Pierre, from Chablis in northern Burgundy, moved to Canada, I would say in the early 2010, found a niche at 13th Street and absolutely took their portfolio to the next level. Now there's a few things here, because I believe that he is the best sparkling winemaker in the country. That's my belief. Across the board, his body of work in terms of sparkling, it's incredible. It's immaculate, okay? And the price point for their bubbles is freaking outstanding. What we have here, because in the past, the Grande Cuvée always blew my socks off. Obviously, it's one of the best sparkling in the country, but the Première Cuvée, at around $35-40, was one of my top wine of the years 2 years ago, with the 2014 vintage. And this week we have two non-vintage, the classic rosé, the rosé cuvée, who's been one of my favorite for years, consistently rate between 92 and 90 plus to me, like every year. But at 20 we have a $3 off this week, okay? $3 off on that bottle. We have it at $29.99 for the sparkling cuvée rosé, a blend of Pinot Noir and Chardonnay, like super round, super crisp, super approachable. But the mousse, this is what you get when you get a traditional method. The mousse is consistent and really coat your mouth properly. So I'm a huge fan. I would show you the bottle, but it was one of the star rosé in our rosé marathon that we did over the weekend. So two of the 13th Street finish at the very top of our 95 rosé report, 95 different rosés from all over the country. Both made it to the top 15 or so, especially with the Vin Gris Gamay, but also the Cuvée Rosé made it to my top 10 sparkling. So 91 points for this iteration of the Rosé Cuvée. Like I mentioned, approachable but super consistent every year. I remember Carolyn Ammon at the Toronto Star give that wine a 95 points a couple years ago. So I mean 95 points, I'm not sure, but one thing that I'm very, very sure, it's the quality is impeccable and the value proposition is fantastic. You're gonna hear me say value proposition many times in the next 10 minutes, because this is one of the strengths, if not the very biggest strength of that portfolio. It's how each and every wine over deliver their price point. These wine punches way above their class weight, way above every wine behind me, including the Riesling, which is an incredible offer for the price. Gold medal, 92 points. I think Wine Online gave it 93 points, and it's $19.99. I'll get back to the Riesling in a few seconds, because I want to talk about this wine, which the bottle is completely empty, and I wish there was a little bit left so you can see that immaculate pink color, all of that vin gris of Gamay. So vin gris is a method of making a white wine with red grapes, very traditional, classic, but just a soft press of the red, so you remove the run juice really quickly, so you just get a little tint of the color from the skin of the grape. But this is an amazing rosé. Last year, the 2022 vintage was one of my top 3 of the top rosé in Canada. This year, this wine is a 91 plus, so stick in my top 10. And it's been 2 years in a row that I got 13th Street Vin Gris of Gamay in my very top. But Gamay Rosé right now, it's a little bit of my flavor of the summer. More and more, darn that I enjoy Rosé of Gamay, Rosé of Gamays, and this one is at the very top. Tasted a few other really good Rosé of Gamay in the last couple months, but this one tops them all. Okay, 2023 brand new release, $24.99, 91 plus point, Carl's Wine Club. Yes sir, this is an outstanding rosé. Again, one of my very top of the year. So this is for the 2 rosés, the sparkling traditional method and the vin gris with Gamay. Let's go with the one of the biggest steal of the year. Okay, whoops, here the camera. One of the biggest steal of the year. This is the Riesling Expression Series. It's a 9 gram of residual sugar. Okay, sometimes people will scare and run away because 9 gram of residual sugar seems sweet. No, it's not. This wine is zingy. This wine is on citrus. This wine has a flinty minerality. But this one also has some tropical fruit around the edges, which makes it super versatile and super approachable. Okay? And I'll get back to that again, because the value. This is incredible, because when I tasted that first, I told Mira there was a mistake on the price. It couldn't be. Like at $19.99, at $95, I'm like, including tax, BC people. Yeah. This must be a mistake. This Riesling is way too solid to be $19.99. And you know, right in the footstep of the Love by Lou from the Suan staff that we featured a couple weeks ago. And then they won all of the awards, like the Lieutenant Governor, the Best of Show, Decanter magazine. But it's the same here. 93 points, Wine Online, and gold medal, one of the best Riesling of the year. $19.95. This is amazing. I give it 92 points personally. That's where the acid, the zingy acidity, come and match the 9 gram of residual sugar. both together, perfect balance. So the wine is zippy, zingy. You don't have a perception of over sweetness, like artificial sweetness, but just a little bit of tropical fruit just on the edges of that line of citrus and flinty minerality. I mean, 36 degrees out there. I want another sip before I'm starting talking reds with you guys, because these reds are well priced. These reds are well balanced. These reds are high score, and it's gonna be fun to discover that with you. But wanted another little sip of rosé of Riesling. Oh yeah, zingy. Okay, let's start with the Gamay. This is the 2022 Gamay. Regular. This is from the from two of the vineyard in the Creek Shore appellation here. With his background from the Beaujolais and the Chablis area, I mean, Jean-Pierre has a very strong passion for Gamay. He's one of the best producer with Malivoire, with Thomas Batchelder. Obviously, there's a few of them out there who really focus on Gamay. They have 3 or 4 Gamays on their portfolio, and this, I mean, it's a $19.95 wine, I believe. So, I mean, it's hard to go wrong with the Gamay like that, which is really, when you get your nose in the glass, there's that gamey, a little gamey part, a little bit of floral, potpourri style of aromas. And when you get the juice in your mouth, it's round, it's soft, it's fruity, and there's a little spice in the back end. I mean, this Gamay is absolutely worth it. And it's even better the second day. I like that. Then there's that little grip, the little tannin. Also, we extend the length of the wine, and that little clove, a little clove also at the end of the back palate. There's a unexpected complexity on that wine. So if you like Gamay, a $20 Gamay, well made. I mean, well done. Let's go to the other Expression Series wines of the portfolio. It's the Cabernet Sauvignon Merlot, 1995. The Gamay might be $24.95. I know that the cap front is $24.95. I don't have my sheet in front of me. I don't do well with structure, so it's on the website. It's all on that. But one thing I know, it's $140 for the 6 bottles. That's what I know. $140 for the 6 bottles in the Discovery Pack. We haven't seen that kind of a deal for a while now in the club, because it's more and more. It's so hard to find incredible value. I usually focus on quality and finding these rare premium gem. But when I revisit the 13th Street portfolio, every time I'm like, why am I forgetting about the quality of these incredible wines, so well priced? So anyway, 53% Cap Sauv, I believe, and 47, like something like that. That a little bit more Cap Sauv than Merlot, but close to a 50-50 split from the 2021 vintage. So this wine right now is absolutely peaking, and will do for another 12 to 18 months. If you want to stock up the cellar on something that you're like, what? $19.95? How? I know for people in BC, you can't find a $19.95 Cap Sauv dominant wine for that price, including tax. That's mean you should be on the shelf for $16. Can't find that. Definitely not at that quality. The Expression Series right now is absolutely over delivering beyond all expectation. So I gave 91 plus to that wine because texture, I mean, mostly because it's way over deliver its price point. That is not even close. I would pay $28 for that wine, no doubt. A nice and rich mouthfeel, spicy on the back end. I mean, 21, it's not the most terrific vintage in Niagara, but they put something incredible in the bottle for that price point. I don't know how they do that. I just don't know. I'm going for another sip here. It's just like, buy that by the case. At least by 6 or 12. You want to get, because this is full body. This doesn't have that grippy long tannin, but it's soft, it's smooth. There's a good weight on the mid palate, and the tannin are there. So, I mean, if you want a good bottle for later at night or when your father-in-law's coming home, no, just joking here. Or, no, simply like some guests are not necessarily super wine aficionado, so you don't want to pull the top dog out of the cellar. This will impress so many people. So I can't believe it. It's amazing. 91 plus points. And to finish the Discovery Pack, I have here the 2022 Cabernet Franc. Whoop, here. 2022 Cab Franc. $24.95. I mean, just under the $25 mark, including tax. This is Cab Franc in a nutshell. This is what Ontario do so well and so consistently well. Every vintage they produce clean, pure, and expressive Cab Franc that shows that absolutely, to me, on the red side especially, there's no doubt that it's the grape. This is the grape that Ontario is shining so much now at every level. So this is a mid-level, let's put it that way, which is fantastic. Cab Franc, so Cab Franc, but not green Cab Franc, ripe Cab Franc. That Black Forest cake, that's me, and cedar and red cherry, ripe raspberry, that's ripe Cab Franc to me. It's not the green Cab Franc, very Loire Valley. No, this is more ripe Cab Franc, but ripe in the sense that, I mean, it's not the jammy. No, there's a purity, there's a sense of precision even, but not green. Very soft. Very, very soft. This with the barbecue, anything on the grill, give it a try. 25 bucks including tax. I mean, why not? I want now to $140 for the Discovery Pack. Yes, I mean, a heck of a deal. Now what I want to share with you is that I found my very favorite Malbec from Ontario. Their Malbec Reserve. This is from the 2020 vintage, okay? So that 2020 vintage provided everything that the Niagara winemaker needed to make a stunning Malbec, and we got it. That means the fruit was clean, the fruit was ripe, the juice is rich. They use barrel for 18 months. It gives me a full body Malbec with depth, with structure, and with complexity. This is 92 plus point. I absolutely fell in love. I've never rated a Malbec that high since I taste wine from Ontario. This is by far the most superior Malbec that I've tasted since in 4 years. Even the second day, the nose is expressive. There's blueberry, ripe red berry, there's tobacco, there's everything in that wine. There's a little coffee grind, licorice. And the mouthfeel, so full. Perfect weight, good acid. This Malbec has everything. This is one of my biggest surprise. I've never expected to fall in love that much with a Malbec from Niagara, and Jean-Pierre, you absolutely nailed it. Thank you, thank you. This is my wine this week. I mean, yes, it's a $40 wine, just under $40, but this is from the Reserve series. This will last for another 10 years, at least another 8. This is a tank. This has so much potential for aging. That richness, that body, I love it. I love it. Well done. Any collector of international Malbec should have a few bottles of that in their cellar. The tannin are still lingering. I got the little bit of barrel as well to bring in extra layers. I got everything into that. Wow, incredible. There's 2 other wines that I want to talk about. I tasted that last week, and every year, the L Weizsäcker Vineyard Chardonnay always rate in the high, always above 90 points every year. The 2020 vintage rated fairly high by most of the Ontario wine critics. I think I gave it 92 points with the 2020. 2019, absolutely. That's where I discovered the Weizsäcker Chardonnay with 19, and it was exceptional. 21 is rich, is concentrated. It delivers a lot of different perspective of Chardonnay, so this is worth if you've been buying wines with Carl's Wine Club, and especially 13th Street, you had access to the 19 and the 20 in the past. If you have some of them left in your cellar, get a couple of the 21. I mean, it's worth it to keep going on discovering that special vineyard in Ontario, in Niagara. But yeah, another of their reserve line here, single vineyard, well balanced, very, very concentrated. The density of flavors, especially on the mid palate, is quite it's quite impressive. So this, and there's a bottle that I don't have with me, but is going to be included. It's the Blanc de Blanc, 100% Chardonnay, traditional method. So the sparkling, 91 plus points. It was 92 points from Wine Line. One of the top sparkling. It's a Num vintage, but under $30. Very, very, very French style. That Blanc de Blanc, zingy, zippy, precise, directional, with precision. That's why I fell in love with Blanc de Blanc from Champagne, because that pinpoint precision, that chalky minerality that you can find from the Creek Shore appellation as well, shine in there. And so if you're looking for a well-priced bubble, this traditional method Blanc de Blanc will absolutely kick ass side by side with champagnes, because it's the quarter of the price of any serious champagne. This is a level of champagne that you need to go head to head with the Blanc de Blanc from 13th Street, but it's a quarter of the price. I mean, incredible delivery. I don't have the bottle, but it's in the pack. Look on the website. Look on the new page from this feature. It's one of our 3 bonus option with the vice check and with the Malbec. So the Blanc de Blanc, sparkling, traditional method, vice check, and Malbec are the 3 bonus option. And get your hand on the $140 value pack from 13th Street. Every single wine in that pack punches way above their weight class. Stunning price point for stunning wines from Niagara. It's hot. It's summer here in BC. These wines are going to match perfectly either with the beach, either with the barbecue, either with the friends. And guess what? LCBO is on strike in Ontario. So why about you order some amazing wines directly from 13th Street, and you're going to get that very soon to your door by clicking the link in the comments or just going to carlswineclub.com and go to see this week's feature, 13th Street Winery, Jean-Pierre Collat, Niagara Peninsula. This is the cream of the crop of many of the wines, but also incredible price points. So thanks again for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Thanks for discovering the 13th Street wines with us. So Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, I'll see you next time.
Well, if you stayed on that long, then you get to see us seriously live. We were just watching a recording because we've been traveling too.
On est au Québec. On est dans la région de Sherbrooke. We're in Quebec. We're in the Sherbrooke area in the Eastern Township. A little family dinner here because there's a big celebration over this weekend. So we are celebrating with the family. Wait a minute. We are drinking. Well, drinking.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Excitement. So we're tasting Brian Schmidt here, Chardonnay 2021, the boutique vineyard from Vineland Estate. Yeah, what else? It was a great trip. We flew overnight to Toronto.
So what else is that we tasted 93 rosés last Saturday.
Yeah, we sure did.
We will recap that for you guys real soon.
We're gonna have a blog post because we traveled right after the rosé marathon. 94 because there's one who was not on the list. 94 rosés. Last Saturday, number 1 of all. I'm sorry, I did it again. Still 3 years running now. Daniel Bonterin, the 2023 Seven Direction Pinot Noir Rosé from Bottega Wine Studio. Number 1 of them all. Absolutely crazy. Number 2, we have 2 wines from Peak Cellar in Lake Country, north of Kelowna. 2 of their Pinot Noir Rosés. So this is 3 Pinot Noirs in the top 3. That's tells
been like
you
that
something.
For a few years now. The Pinot Noirs,
but the flavor of
higher.
the season, to me, it's Gamay. Gamay rosés are shining, are absolutely fantastic. 13th Street Vin Gris Gamay, 91 plus points, absolutely incredible. One of my favorite 2 years running. Other than that, Rose Hall Run. The Rosebuds Sparkling Traditional Method, incredible. The Evolve Sparkling Rosé from the 2018, the most champagne-like. The Evolve, the new Syrah Rosé as well, fantastic. So I'll have a full top 15 available for you sometime soon.
Oui.
Un gros merci. Jean. Merci beaucoup à tout le monde. Un beau merci à Joanne, Pierre Nollet et sa gang. On va être à Québec la semaine prochaine. Fait qu'on vous dit un beau bonjour. Jean-Denis, go Red Sox, go. Les gars sont en feu, mon homme. Puis, ouais, c'est pas mal ça. Là, ça va être le temps du dessert. Donc,
gonna go have some cake now. Yeah, Happy Wine Wednesday, you guys.
Merci d'avoir resté. No, wait, first and foremost, guys, 13th Street. I mean, it's really worth it. These wines are freaking fantastic. The Vin Gris is one of my favorite that I just mentioned. The Rosé Sparkling, the Cuvée Rosé, outstanding. But the Malbec, my very, very top Malbec from Canada that I've ever tasted. So, yeah, it's worth it. Amazing. So 13th Street, 9 wines from Jean-Pierre Collat and 13th Street. Yeah, check it out on the website. Okay.
Cheers.
Mira? Woohoo.
Have a great night.
Have a great night. Bonsoir. Merci.